Okay, so what we are working on here is an 1835. It's got our 2-barrel fuel injection on it. Beautiful oval window, yes. What I wanted to talk about was the settings on here. Okay, so what I'm going to be dynoing is I'll bring the motor up first, second, third gear. When I get into third gear, I'm going to come up, and at this point, which is 2,500 RPM, the dyno is going to automatically start loading. I've already predetermined how much it loads and over a length of time, basically. It's then going to shut off at 4,500, which is going to basically then flash at me red to let me know, hey, dummy, lift. And then I can let off the throttle and pop it out of gear, and the dyno will slow it back down. And then it gives you the power readings and all that. Because this particular car is running the fuel injection, I will be able to data log each pull and then bust out my laptop and look at the log, basically, and see if I need to change AFR or something like that. It is running a little bit on the rich side because of the particular program it's in here. It has no learn time on it. I'm going to be making leaps and bounds and doing that, so it's probably going to be a couple hours of playing with that. Normally, if you're driving the car, it's not a problem. The dyno's going to do it, but the dyno's going to load it a little different. I'm going to do it based off of power pulls. All right, let's try it. So let's talk about that. I bounced off the limiter. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm not sure where the limiter's set on this. Let's go see. Oh, it says 45, but I bounced off of it. I thought I was taking it right too exact, but I think I went up a little bit above that, but that's okay. We're just going to go to raise that up because we don't need it right now. We'll put it at 4,800. There we go. All right. All right, so now what we're going to do is a data log. So I'm going to go right into the dashboard right now. I'm going to get it first up to speed into third gear. So here we go, first gear. Third gear. I'll bring it up to like 2,000. And then I'm going to hit data log. Give it a second. Floor it. Definitely repeats. Oops, I forgot to show you. You click data log again and it turns it off. So let's talk about what we got so far. We've only made 2 pulls. There they are. That's your horsepower, that's your torque, pretty dang consistent. And both of them have the temperatures the same, the humidity the same, atmospheric pressure same. So let's talk about this. So basically, this top one is our torque. 2 different spots where I fell off, basically where I shut it off. And the bottom one's the horsepower. Horsepower's coming up, but it doesn't quite get there. I have my scaling at, what is it, 100 horse and 100 foot-pounds of torque. Because I have the scaling like that, that's why you're not seeing the traditional scoop up and over, basically, crisscross there. Now, if I move that up, we can then start getting more of the radius that you're used to seeing, probably. And then I have this going only to 5,000 RPMs, so kind of gives you an idea. So what I'm going to do now is I data logged that last pull. So since I data log it, I'm going to go ahead and look at the log and see if I can clean some of this up and see if I can improve some of this down here. Mostly the horsepower up here. I think the torque can be cleaned up, and I think I'll get a little bit down there also. All right, let's see how we do. Okay, real quick on what I did. So sorry the phone's really close to me right now, but this is blurring no matter what, sorry. So I looked at my RPM and I looked at my AFR, basically how it was responding, and it started going pretty rich. I think that killed some of the power. Seeing that, so I went over into the fuel table. I'm on cam 3 on mine, and basically went down to where I was at, which you can do touch screen here, you can pull it down. And I started taking away fuel. Because I'm full throttle, I took it away from basically 80 and 100 kPa. 100 kPa is typically full throttle, so I started taking away from there. So we're going to go ahead. I've made those changes, saved them onto the computer, or onto the computer in the back there, I guess you'd say. Not this computer. No, not you. The throttle body computer. There you go. Made those changes, so let's go ahead and make another pull, see how it likes it. All right, we're gonna do the next pull. I'm just gonna wait until the O2 sensor starts to warm up. Usually you'll notice as the AFR starts responding. Come on, AFR, start responding. Looks like it is. There you go, the trim is responding, so the AFR is responding. All right, go ahead and get her into first gear. Second gear. Third gear. I'm going to come over here, press the record button. Oh, looks like we picked up some power. Woohoo! It liked that. All right, let's look at it. All right, so let's talk about that last pull. So you can see I leaned it out a good amount, which basically cleaned it up across the board, but you could see the big difference in power up there. I mean, across the board, and it made it a lot smoother too. The torque, the same thing. That's the green one. It was a smoother. It definitely liked that. And let's look at the actual numbers. So it was making roughly 65 before, it jumped it all the way up to 72. Roughly the same RPM. And then the torque jumped up, 91 to 97. I mean, that's 8 foot-pounds, almost 9 foot-pounds of torque. It liked it. Ooh, gosh, that's 7 horsepower right there. Gosh, that's a big jump. That's, for little motors like this, that's a big jump. All right, let's go a little bit more, and then I'm gonna start playing with the timing. I don't think the timing is going to do much because I already have the timing pretty where set. I like to see it basically set where I'm comfortable with it, but who knows? All right, let's try that. Yeah, I know it's hard to see, but I'm back on the dashboard, going to make another pull. I took some more fuel away from it. Obviously, we made our power there. Let's do a direct comparison after one more change. I think I'm getting better and better at this. I mean, cables from this, and hooked into that, and then my wireless, here's it over here, wireless keyboard which controls that. There's a lot going on in here, okay? I'm making you guys dizzy. All right, so after looking at the log, I still took away a little bit more fuel, but we've narrowed it down so it's only happening about 1,000 RPM spread now. I did take away timing on the top end because I put roughly 3 degrees in and I went back 2, so I'm only technically 1 degree more than where I was 2 dyno pulls ago, I guess you'd say. So I'm gonna make another pull and then we'll go over the numbers. All right, let's do it. Waiting for that AFR trim, so then I know the AFR's kicked in. Come on, heat up, O2 sensor. There you are. All right, listen now. All right. First gear, here we come. Ooh, we lost a couple. It didn't like that. I'm going to go back on my changes. You proved me wrong, Dyno. All right, let's make some changes. Okay, so let's talk about the area I'm cleaning up. As you can see right here, trim is trying to take away fuel. Here's my target. And you can see it's just not getting there. It's just having a little bit of an issue. It's still going a little bit too rich. The computer sees it. It's trying to respond to it. But it can't quite take it away because I have too much in the field table. I'm going to go in the field table and take away this amount to bring this into play. Basically, not exactly. I'm going to sneak up on it. But that's what I'm doing right now. And this used to be, when I first put this in, this had 10s all the way down. And now you can see I've only got a couple 10s here. So I'm getting closer and closer. These should be up in the 12s. I mean, 11s are not good. Any 10s are really bad. That's terrible. But I'm cleaning this. Bloop, bloop. You can see I'm at 29 degrees of timing there. So if you go over one right here, there's my timing. That's under full throttle. I'm getting my AFRs. It starts to clean up on the top end, but that's not until later in the RPM, basically, right before it bounces off the limiter. So we got to clean that up. All right, AFR changes. I'm not going to change timing. I like that. That's under full throttle, 29 degrees. Hey, it just made the most torque it's made so far, so I'm going to leave that there. All right, next. Okay, so we are ready now after the changes. I'm going to keep it right here so you can watch it. All right, here we go. First gear. More power. She liking it. All right, let's look at our table. Okay, so let me show you how I'm doing this. So you're going to go down here to handheld software mode selection, press the OK button. This pops up. Now you can choose from these three. We're going to stay on that top one, press the OK button. Boop. Now I'm plugged into my laptop, so it should, there you go. I'm going to come over here. Sorry if I'm too close for you guys, but open that guy up. Go down to log file, open that up. I'm doing it in dashboard, open that up, and it's always the last run. So you can see I've done, yes, 16 on this thing. So there you go. Open that guy up, open this up, and then blink. There you go, and then there's my log. All right, let me look at it without the phone. It's confusing to hold the phone and do this at the same time. Okay, this is going to be officially the last pull. Waiting for the trim to kick in. There we go. Well, nothing to look at over there, but okay, there's trim. All right, so here we go. All right, first gear. Sorry, I had to close the door. Go. Woohoo! All right, we are done. Happy, proud. All right. Turn off my data logger. How high is the car? What are we up to? 141 degrees. There you go. All right. Okay, so there's the graphs. Not much to look at, but here's your number information. So that last pull, you can see I got 71.64. Not quite the highest number, but I don't know, I'm pretty consistent, I'd say. Considering we started off at 64 horse, I mean, we're doing pretty good. And then torque, I got all the way up to 103. So it's definitely a terrible number though, 666 there. But 103 foot-pounds of torque. So it's liking all those changes I made. This should help a lot considering we started at 64, we finished at 71, 91, I got 103. Man, I got 12 more foot-pounds of torque. That's massive. It's pretty cool. All right. Pretty happy with this. And it sounds good. It sounds real snappy too. So, all right, so here's a comparison of the first pull and the last pull. You can definitely see the difference. The main difference you're going to notice is how much smoother the last pull is. This is the torque of the last pull. versus the first pull and how the torque was. Basically it going way too rich and killing power. Same thing with the horsepower, it's quite smooth. That helps a lot. And you can see it just killing power there with the torque and the horsepower dropping at the same time. Love seeing this. This is great. This is something that'll make the customer happy too, because it'll be real snappy and fun to drive. Okay, coming off the chassis dyno is this beautiful 56 oval, and it's got our 2-barrel fuel injection. This is the black one. Should be like the black the way it looks. He's got the little chrome, and then we did the little standoff. I don't know if you saw the video on that, but all right. So this guy whipped out 72 horsepower and 103 foot-pounds of torque. That is at the wheels. It is a Type 1 gearbox. You typically add 12% to the torque, 12% to the horsepower, and that would give you flywheel horsepower, or flywheel numbers, basically. So, all right, let's get this guy off of here. I am done.